Miniya was a Soviet-built T-43 ocean-class minesweeper, one of 178 built in the 1940s and 1950s, mostly in what was then Leningrad and is now St. Petersburg. The ocean-class boats were quite small, just 58 metres long and 569 tonnes, but they had a range of 3,800 nautical miles and could sweep at 8 knots. Typically, they were armed with a 37mm cannon fore and aft and 4 12.7mm machine guns in twin mounts. Egypt bought 7 of the boats, all to be named for places in Egypt, and took delivery in 1956. By then, tensions between various Arab nations, including Egypt, and the newly created State of Israel were already running high and continuously spilled over into military actions. On the 6th of February 1970, Israeli jets, probably US-built Phantom F-4s, attacked the radar installations at Hurghada airfield. Miniya was riding at anchor just off the old harbour and was probably just a target of opportunity. A single missile struck her starboard bow and she sank quickly, coming to rest on her port side in just over 30 metres of water. Miniya lies very close to the new marina and is dived from both dayboats and liveaboards. Her line is usually on her stern, but can be on the bow. Seabed here is 30 metres, top of the wreck is 20. The viz can be limited, but is usually around 15 metres. When you've seen the twin props and rudders, loop over the hull and head forward. The drums and cables for her minesweeping paravanes are clearly visible. Including these electric cables for magnetic mines. As you swim forward, you'll find her guns, some still on their mountings, others fallen to the seabed. This one's around here, and then you'll reach her bow. On top of the bow, the starboard anchor, and just behind that the huge gash in her hull. Inside, the windy gear for the anchors, and then as you turn and swim astern, drop down to the centre line through the inevitable shoals of fish, and you can swim into the hull itself. This corridor extends all the way to the back of the wreck. There are exits up to the right, but if you go to the far end of the wreck, you'll find her engines. You're going to have to turn around there and it's very tight, but make your way back out, up onto the top of the wreck, and there are her minesweeping paravanes. At the stern of the wreck, head off at approximately 2 o'clock. There's often a line, but in that direction, about 40 metres away, is the little trawler, Mohammed Hassabella. The metal parts of the wreck are intact, but the wood has long since rotted away. You can still find evidence of her fishing gear, and if you go right to the stern, this roller had A-frame that would have controlled her trawl nets. At their base, a little deckhouse with a doorway. Through that doorway, and you'll find the engine directly in front of you. Turn around, and you'll find this netting. You'll have to go back out through the doorway and swim forward along the wreck. Cross back to Miniya for your final ascent, your safety stop, and the swim back to your dive boat.